What exactly is transphobia anyway? Is it any lack of knowledge concerning trans people? Somehow that just doesn't seem to fit. I think the only people who are bigoted towards trans people are the ones who are actively trying to interfere with the civil rights and civil liberties of trans people. That is pretty much it. It is a deliberate act. And whenever I hear someone say intentions don't matter, it makes me want to run a mile. Because I will not trust anyone who tries to suggest this. This is an effort to be bigoted, in some sense. Sometimes a black person will try to justify being a racist by suggesting white people did it first. Women will be sexist in order to use the excuse, well, men were sexist first. And sometimes a trans person will try to lump every cis person into one single group, as in transphobes. Try to equate all cis people with transphobes, and that's just not true. It's an easy thing to think. I get that. It's easy to think that all cis people are transphobes. It's just not true, though. It's just not true. In fact, it isn't just true of cis people. It's not just that not every cis person is a transphobe. All men are not sexist. All white people are not racist. All straight people are not homophobic. All Christians are not bigoted toward non-Christians. You can't lump all of any one group of people into such a judgmental factor. It's an easy thing to do, but what I got to say is intentions matter. If you're not trying to be a bigot, you're probably not a bigot. Take Rachel Dolezal, for instance. Everything she's tried to do to make life better for people, all the people she's helped over the course of her life, and then people wanted to call her a racist. She made great strides in trying to take things the other way. She has made grand efforts to try to end racial discrimination, to try to overturn racial bigotry. And people still want to call her a racist. All because she told people she was black. People say you can't be black because you got white skin. Somehow I just don't get why people want to judge in that way. I don't self-identify with the term redneck. I don't self-identify that way. And yet, I was born in the Deep South. I was born in the Bible Belt. And yet, I do not perceive myself this way. I don't see myself as a Southerner. Am I a Southerner anyway? No. Doesn't matter where you're born. Doesn't matter what people see here. What matters is in here. That's what matters. Your intentions matter. What you want to do matters. What you desire, that's what matters. Not what people look at and can see. So when you see a cis person and you're like, well, they're bigots. You don't know that. Get to know them first. Introduce yourself. Talk to them. Find out what they're really all about. And if they say hateful things about trans people, then they probably are transphobic. Yeah. Otherwise, they're not. But you can't make that conclusion. You can't draw that conclusion until you know what their intentions are. Because a person's intentions are connected to whether or not these people are bigots. You don't get to decide whether someone's a bigot or not. All you can do is draw the conclusion based on what their intentions are. You can't know their intentions until you get to know them. I didn't know Donald Trump was a racist until he said all those terrible things about Mexicans and blacks. Until all that stuff came pouring out of his mouth. That's when I realized. But up until that time, I didn't realize he was a racist. You don't know until they do stuff that's bigoted, racist. So, not all cis people are transphobic. Intentions do matter, regardless of what anyone says. That's all I have to say for now.